Yo, what is going on, Brick Squad? Welcome back to another episode of Building Anaxes here on the channel. It is Saturday, and of course, we are back with another Anaxes segment. Today, we got week 3, and we're going to be talking a lot about the guard tower that you guys can see right over there, which is definitely coming together really, really well. And before we go ahead and get started, I want to give a huge thank you to our 2 series sponsors. Number 1 is going to be Brick Stuff. You guys know Rob from Brick Stuff makes legitimately amazing light-up custom products that you guys will see today in that guard tower. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out Brick Stuff, go ahead and check them out down below in the description and use the coupon code TheBrickWiz10 to save some money off your order. And our second and final sponsor for the series is going to be minifigs for you. You guys know David has generously supplied the Bad Batch Clone Force 99 figures to our Anaxes mock. So huge thank you to David. Go ahead and check them out, guys. Again, all of their links are down below in the description. So this week was actually my final week of classes. From now on, I am completely free, obviously aside from probably getting a job and stuff like that. So in terms of getting physical progress done, I think from here, basically throughout the summer, and except a couple of weeks, we'll probably be getting a lot more done, which is great. Now, I do also want to give a huge thank you to Tyler the Clone and Chris Blank Productions for donating over $10 this week, and of course, all that stuff goes right towards my Anaxes mock, so thank you guys so much for your support. Like I was saying before, inadvertently, because this week was my last week of finals, I was not able to spend nearly as much time as I wanted to. On Thursday night of this week, which was basically my only free day, I actually did a live stream of me building Anaxes and getting that tower done. So if you guys are not subscribed and you don't have post notifications on, make sure you go ahead and do so because they're really, really fun live streams. And of course, you guys get to see the progress firsthand before everyone else does. So going forward, obviously, we are pretty much in full summer mode. And I'm going to wait until the after outro of this video to kind of talk about what my plans are for the summer and what you guys can expect in terms of volumes of progress on this channel for Anaxes. But today's segment, like I said earlier, is going to be mainly focusing on that brand new Anaxes guard tower. It is really, really awesome. You guys saw a couple of rendered images. If you guys haven't followed me on my Instagram, I'm sure you guys have seen the high definition renders of the actual guard tower, which I think came out really nice, but obviously seeing it in a physical form is definitely unparalleled. So it's not too many parts in this guard tower. However, it did take me about roughly 2 hours to actually get it done. As some of you may understand, transferring from a LDD stud.io sort of file, Lego Digital Designer file, it's tough doing it and building it for the first time in real life. I think there's definitely a lot of hurdles and obstacles you have to overcome, especially when you are streaming and obviously you have to use the same laptop to look at the file, to see how you're building it, make sure you're building it correctly, obviously making sure it's sturdy and stuff like that. So this week is going to be mainly talking about that guard tower. Obviously, I'm going to give you guys an overhead shot of everything we got done so far for the past 2 weeks of physical build progress, and I think it does look really great. So without any further delay, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into week 3 of building Anaxes in Lego. Alrighty guys, so first things first, I do want to start off this part of today's segment giving you an overhead view of everything that we have so far, and then of course we will dive deeper into the tower later on in the video. But this is basically the completed front right section. So again, you can see we are still missing the foliage. That'll all come towards the later half of this build series because that stuff is not at all integral or important to what we're doing at this moment. So that stuff is going to come later, but you can kind of get an idea of what this part's going to look like. Obviously, the main focus of today's segment is going to be that tower. So the idea for the next couple of weeks of work is obviously to get this entire front wall section done. So if you can imagine sort of having this whole section right here, basically copy and pasted onto the other side here. You guys can see I already have the wall outlined for what that wall is going to look like. I actually just got a whole bunch of parts that's going to allow me to basically finish this entire front section, which is going to be super, super dope. But obviously the main point of today's segment is going to be this tower. So let's talk a little bit about this. Now, it's not minifigure scale, and I honestly don't think I'll be able to do minifigure scale with the mock going on right now just because of the size I have to work with, and obviously the amount of money and funds that I have at the moment. You guys look at a screen grab from the actual Anaxes tower. I'll put one up on your screen right now. This is actually pretty close, I do think. I think it looks really good. I do want to give a huge thank you to my boys Jack and Lee. Their links will be down below in the description to their Instagram. They helped me out a lot with this whole process designing this tower, especially that top portion. So huge thank you to you guys. But I think it does look really, really cool. And of course, I will get into that a little bit more. But this is basically what the front section is going to be like. I think the wall and the tower comparatively sized together really, really well. I don't think I can go any larger with the tower, unfortunately. I think I'll be sacrificing a couple of things if I wanted to make it taller and anything like that. But the great thing about this tower is I had a lot of the parts on hand. Of course, like I said, I'll get into a little bit deeper about this tower in just a little bit. But if you guys can imagine, this is pretty much what that front section is going to look like. Obviously, I still have some train work to do. Again, I got all those parts in this week. You guys will see a haul video coming out earlier next week. And of course, we'll go ahead and get some awesome progress for that. But if you guys can imagine, basically, this whole section basically copy and paste it onto that side. I think that's going to give you a really good idea as to what we're working with right now. I also wanted to give you guys a brief update about the wall. If you guys remember last week, it was not like securely connected in. There were gaps here. I did fix that. It is still completely modular. All I did was add some light bluish gray plates on the bottom of these slopes right here, and then I added some plates on the bottom sections here. This is not here for any particular reason. Basically added plates on top of this plate right here, secured it in a couple of ways, and now it is completely sturdy. It's not going to move, and I think I definitely closed all the gaps, so I think I like the way that looks. Again, just a few minor things to fix up here and touch up on before obviously the mock ends, but we have a long ways to go. And then briefly to talk about where the tower is going to go. Basically, I still plan on doing the same terrain techniques I've been doing with the wedge plates, obviously having it sort of gradually go up to where the watchtower is going to be itself, and then we'll have sort of all the wedges going onto the side, stuff like that, and of course sort of overlapping onto the actual main road in Anaxes. So this is sort of like a little overview of everything that we got done in terms of 3 weeks of progress, basically 2 weeks of build progress, which I think is a really good amount of progress. Next week or the week after, I do plan on making another one of those towers and then basically continuing to work on the sides over there. But honestly, some really great progress. I'm very happy with what's been going on and how and the rate that we are making progress at. I think it's really awesome. So let's go ahead and take that tower and I'm going to put it over there and give you guys a closer look as to what it looks like. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this tower here. Now for sense of scale, here is a normal size minifigure, and this is how tall the tower is. Now, like I said before, the tower is not going to be minifigure scale. However, I actually think the height is somewhere near minifigure scale. I think it would be a little taller, but the width of it, obviously you can sort of imagine that a minifigure would be able to walk up the tower, you know, be in that top guard area, which I just don't think is something that I'm going to be able to do, at least at this point. I did really try to capture the accurate, realistic looks when it came to this tower. So first off, the only issue that we still have with the tower is this top section. I'm having a lot of trouble finding a way to connect these two. Basically, I had to use the whole like inverted stud technique to get this top tower to look like this. So I'm still finding out and trying to basically fool around with techniques to secure that top section to the actual shaft of the tower. Right now, I just have some 2x2 bricks sort of just kind of plopping itself in there, which is definitely not what I would like to have in the end. It's not the worst thing. Like if I don't find a way, I'm like, this is completely fine. The only bad thing is obviously if you knock it over, there is no like security connecting the top tower. So that's the only bad thing about the tower. However, I do think it really came out well. And like I said, I do think it's really accurate to what the show has to offer in Anaxes and obviously the screen grabs that we do have. So first off, I do want to show you guys some pretty cool light up bricks that we got in here. You guys know Brick Stuff is the sponsor for my Building Anaxes series, which is fantastic, and they have actually hooked it up with some cool lights this time around. So I have a little small coin cell battery. Again, you can guys use the coupon code TBWiz10 down below in the description to save 10% off your order. What's really great about these small coin cell batteries is that it actually fits in such a small area, which is great because you guys can see there is no sort of hollowness towards the tower. It's all sort of filled up with filler and stuff like that. So there's no way for me to wire it and wire it down to the bottom for like a normal battery pack. But what's really great, again, is I can just kind of squeeze it like that, and then it completely looks like it's being lit up by itself, which I think does look really cool. So let me know what you guys think about that. Again, the only problem that I still have is getting a sort of sturdy connection from the tower to the shaft and the base, but I think this looks really great. On the top, obviously, we do have the little small turret, which again looks pretty accurate to the TV show and the screenshots that I do have. But I really like this tower. I'm definitely sort of pushing myself when it comes to creating unique techniques and obviously my own creations. Everything on the mock so far has been something from my own brain. So it's definitely a good sign of progress in terms of like a personal sort of individual growth as a builder. But I'm really happy about how this tower came out. Again, I know some of you might not necessarily be thrilled that it's not minifigure scale, but I think once the entire mock comes together, obviously it's sort of difficult to scale a tower correctly to a minifigure, which is going to be scaled to a gunship that isn't minifigure scale. So everything is going to work out in the end. I just want to reiterate that because I know a lot of people are probably going to be wondering what this mock is going to look like. However, just want to let you guys know and reassure you that everything's going to look awesome. Trust me, just completely trust me on this one. But I really am in love with the tower. So that's kind of the top section. Again, it's really simple to go ahead and turn off the battery pack. Obviously, everything's just laid up in there. Take the little mini battery pack out, turn it off, and that's that. So next off, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this actual tower itself. Now, basically, all four sides, each side individually, is 3 4x10 plates, all interconnected with 2x2 bricks with studs on the side. Basically, I just used a combination of light bluish gray tile, dark bluish gray tile, and of course the curved slopes in the same respective colors to make the whole entire tower itself. The dark bluish gray hints, and then the sudden switch from the dark bluish gray to the light bluish gray. It's very accurate to the actual TV show, which is great. The top was definitely a part that I kind of had fun with the designing. I wanted to sort of make the tower come out wider a little bit. Obviously, you can see, I'll try and give you a good image here. You can see the tower does grow a little wider, which is definitely something I wanted to do. So I used a combination of modified bricks with studs on the side, and of course the actual legitimate dark bluish gray slopes, and then some more curved slopes and stuff like that. And like I said, the only difficult thing that we have right now is sort of getting a way to connect the top of the tower with the whole tower body itself. And that's going to be something I'll probably figure out. But also what's great about the lights is not only are they very small and compact, but they are adhesive. So I can literally peel it off and then put it onto the tower itself, and it looks great. So I'm very, very happy with the tower progress this week. The progress that we got done this week for this tower is definitely awesome. I do also want to say that this is the first time designing the actual tower. So there was a lot of trial and error when it came to sort of transitioning it from a stud.io file and a sort of digital design profile to an actual physical build. What's good about this now is I do know where I need to strengthen this build. Obviously it is strengthened completely. This is a final design for this specific model, but when I do end up making the other 3 models, I know how I can build it. I know how to be most efficient when it comes to my time on stream building these guys. So, but as far as this segment goes, this was what we worked on this week, and I think it did come out really, really awesome. So again, guys, let me know what you're thinking down below, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the outro of today's segment. So guys, that's gonna wrap up building Anaxes in LEGO week 3. Let me know what you all think of that guard tower. And like I said, the guard tower isn't minifigure scale, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it, just giving my sort of financial and parts resources that we have at this time. I think it definitely came out nice though. I really tried to make it as realistic and accurate to the actual Anaxes guard tower in the trailer, and I think I did a really good job with that. So again, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Now, earlier in the video, I did mention I want to talk a little bit about my summer plans. Obviously, like I said before, this week was my last week of finals. Now, I do have one summer class. It's online, so I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Maybe it's like an hour or 2 hours a day. I don't think will be interfering with my build series or any sort of videos. However, this coming week, Monday through Thursday, and actually I'll probably be gone the entire week, so I'm not sure if there will be an Anaxes segment next week. I am planning on making videos ahead of time, obviously making some should you buys, Matt's Mind, stuff like that. We'll be taking a trip down to Florida. I'm going to be meeting up with my friends Blaine, Anthony, probably Ryan too. Hopefully I can meet up with Just Too Good, other people like that. I do obviously want to do some streams. You guys know whenever I'm away from my channel, away from my house, I do like to do live streams and keep you guys ultimately updated as to what's going on and how much fun we're having. So Monday through Thursday, I will be in Florida, and then Friday, Saturday, and probably early Sunday, I will also be gone. It's because of like an end of summer sort of trip with my friends to go and hang out. So I'm not sure if there's going to be an Anaxes segment next week. I'll keep you guys as updated as I possibly can. That all being said, let's go ahead and briefly talk about what the future of Anaxes holds. What are the next weeks going to be consisting of? I think I'm going to spend the next 2 to 3 weeks finishing the entire front section. I got in all my parts, which you guys will see in a haul video coming out Monday, I believe. I got all my parts in, which is great for the front section to basically complete the entire thing for the front corner wall and the other side for the tower. And I also did get a lot of parts to actually start fooling around with that whole snot road in the middle. So we have a lot of stuff to do, definitely a lot of work to accomplish and a lot of stuff to do, but I think it's going to be a great time. I have a lot of bricks on hand to actually get a lot of progress done. I don't think I'll need to be ordering anything for a couple of weeks at least, which is definitely a good thing. But we are definitely in the full swing in Anaxes here. I've voiced to you guys so much that I am so motivated and just so extremely enthusiastic when it comes to this build, obviously. So I do want to let you all know that I am trying 100% on my best. Again, guys, stay tuned next week for some live streams, some pop-up live streams. I don't know when it's going to be. I will, however, give you guys a heads up on my Instagram at TheBrickWiz, so make sure you guys follow me there. I'm going to try to do a live stream, at least 2 from Florida, obviously to give you guys a little bit of an update as to what's going on, stuff like that. I know I'll be taking a trip to Disney Springs, probably going to the store there, and obviously having some fun around Disney, and then I'm probably going to end up going to M&R's place, which is great. Getting to see all the boys is going to be absolutely fun, so I think it's going to be great. Obviously, I will be vlogging, so you guys will see the vlogs hopefully that weekend if I can edit it very quickly when I'm home Thursday night before I have to leave Friday. Once again, if you guys are brand new to the channel, please go ahead and consider subscribing. It helps me out so much. It makes me so happy. And of course, I think you guys are going to want to be invested on this build series that we have here on the channel. That's going to be going on for the next couple of months. I think you guys are seriously going to like it. And as always, guys, make sure you drop a like button down below. And of course, comment what you guys are thinking so far of this progress. Till next time, guys, it's been your boy, Matt. And I'll see you later. Take it easy, fam. Peace.